Hi, now I finally had the time to test my new Android TV box, the Minix Neo X6, for a bit longer time. I basically run some emulators, some programs on it, and now I want to show you a quick summary. How does this thing looks like in action and so on. Now you can see actually the box booting up, and to sum it up in advance, I'm actually really satisfied with this box for its price. Everything which I demanded from this box, it basically fulfills. So now after booting up, we are in a kind of stock home screen, and as you can see, I plugged in a mouse. So let's first go to the settings, and I will show you that it's actually running on Android KitKat. You can see it here, the Android KitKat screen, everything's nice, okay. So let's get back. And yes, this is basically the screen which it's used to, except of the Enter to benchmark and the FPSE in the top. And now I want to just show you, for example, what you can do with it. Like, for example, run a SNES emulator on it and use it as a retro console. For this purpose, I installed a SNES emulator, and as you can see, I just loaded ROM and it runs smoothly. Sound is there. There is no noticeable synchronization problems between sound and picture. So I'm just gonna play a random bit now here, just to show you that it's really nice for it. I mean, it totally fits for its purpose. Besides, that wasn't obviously a nice move. But yeah, I mean, like, the basic idea is that you should see that it's totally suitable for it. Sorry for the not perfectly white balance here, but I guess the main purpose should be clear. So after this small SNES part, I would like to show you now another emulated system, the PlayStation 1. Should first have to get to the settings. The overlay display pad is still on, and since I'm using a Bluetooth gamepad, I obviously don't need it. And oh yeah, that's basically also, like, I'm using a Bluetooth gamepad for these games. I just connected it to the Android TV box, and no Bluetooth lost or connection lost until now. Pretty stable, everything's nice. So I just loaded an ISO in the PlayStation 1 emulator FPSE, and probably you still know it, perhaps not. It's the classic thing of Crusader 2. I also just want to show you, like I just did in the SNES emulator, that this box is pretty nice to use as a kind of retro console station. At least that's what I have as a requirement on such a box, that I can not just run movies on it, but that I can also use old games, for example, or like also new games, let's say, but because otherwise smart TV would be enough. But actually that's the point, that this gives you more opportunities than a simple smart TV. So just like I can show you that also here, until now, everything runs smoothly. What I actually noticed in every now and then with this emulator, that suddenly the screen freezes, also like the audio, so like the whole game freezes for 1 or 2 seconds, but then it runs on smoothly. I don't know if it's a hardware issue or like an issue with the emulator, but it doesn't really influence the gameplay. And as you can see, it runs really nice and smoothly. No special hang-ups or lags noticeable. It's actually really nice. Yes, haven't played it in a while. Need some time to get back in it. So, after these two systems, I just prepared another system, a bit more hardware intensive, the Nintendo 64, as an emulator, to show you that even this runs smoothly, at least for the games I tried, or for the singular game I tried. But that's kind of nice. So, yes, I used the emulator Super N64 and chose the game Super Mario 64 for it, and you can just see it starts up and pretty damn smooth. No single lags recognizable. The audio output is as smooth as actually the animations are. So let's choose a new English game, a new save state. Again, just to show you that this box is really functional to use also on a bit more hardware intensive things like this gaming. So just to sum up quickly, we have a letter received from Peach. She baked us a cake, which is also pretty nice. And now the game pretty much begins. And what's really nice is see that also in this 3D runs, it's not lagging at all, it's really smooth. What probably also is caused by that Super Mario 64 is, I guess, one of the most optimized games for Nintendo 64 emulators. But anyway, the result is nice. There are not even like many, I mean, like if you want to focus on it, there are a few graphic bugs, but really not bothering at all, at least for me. It's really nice. So yes, we don't really want to listen now what he's saying, just straightforward jump into the first level just to see that it's really nice and playable. So now just want to show you, because the Minix Neo X6 comes also pre-installed with the Xbox Media Center, shortly XBMC, as you probably know it. And you can see here it's a kind of nice graphical user interface. You have system settings where you can set some basic things, or like have an overview over the system settings. Like for example, you can see it's running on 1080p. Yeah, again, you can see it runs with 60 Hz and other things, which I'm not sure right now if it's really interesting, but just that you have seen it, it's working. I have to admit that I personally don't use XBMC actually, so I cannot really rate this thing or like how well it's implemented, but I just want to show you that it's working, it's there. I just put on some random 1080p video file, and you can see it directly starts. There are no lags, there is no synchronization problems between the picture and the audio, which I noticed. But let's stop here a bit because I don't want to get into any copyright issues, but just that you've seen it, no problems at all noticed. But actually no, I noticed that like I randomly exited the video while it's playing. I don't know what that was, but I could restart it from the point which I left. So now also like some random YouTube video, just any kind of 1080p, so it can show you that the box is also capable of streaming 1080p HD videos directly from YouTube. So yeah, that's a bit old Godzilla trailer, but it's high definition. So let's turn it off here. Okay, you don't really see it on the screen record, but obviously on the DirecTV it's kind of a big difference. But yeah, also here, no lags noticeable.
It was not an earthquake. It wasn't a typhoon.
Pretty much the video itself. Cannot really comment much on that. It's working. That's basically it. So, that was basically my short summary of the review. I hope you liked it. I hope I could show you what this thing is actually capable of, or like in my interests. And if you like it, like my video, or buy the device, whatever. Have a nice day.